Not So Traveling Introvert. Today I want to talk about many hats. As a business owner, and most solopreneurs and entrepreneurs, especially at the start of their journey, you'll find that you wear many hats. And this can be great to start with, as you get to know what different parts of your business do and how it gets done and getting systems in place and that sort of a thing. But generally speaking, this is what happens. You had a day job. You were basically sort of the person that did all the things at that day job. And then you took whatever you did at that day job and transposed it into a business. But what happened was you were like the technician. You were the person people went to for X, Y, and Z, and you were good at that. And that's what you did. You had the tasks and you did the tasks. You had a manager. And now you moved to this business where you're still kind of doing the tasks. But what you're forgetting about is managing and being the CEO. So when you are an entrepreneur, yes, you have to wear many hats, but there are three really important hats for you to wear. The technician hat. The technician hat is where you do the thing. Whatever the thing is that you do, that you get paid for, that is the technician hat. Should you wear that all the time? No. Should you designate maybe certain hours of the day that you do that or certain days of the week that you do that? Yes. Then, apart from the technician hat, there's the manager hat. The manager has sort of a better overview. Like, is the technician doing this thing? Is it the right thing that they're doing? Are they working with the right clients? How can I get more clients like that for the technician to work with? Do they have systems in place? Is there support? Do they have the tech? All of those things, those managerial type things. You should definitely spend time during your week with your manager hat on, thinking about you as a separate person, as the technician, and how you need to manage the technician and their workload. Because as the manager, that's what you're thinking about doing. So you have the technician, and you spend, to be fair, most of your time being the technician. But then you also need to think about being the manager and having your manager hat on. And the third hat, and this is the hat that really is the hardest to start wearing as someone who might have had a day job and worked in a company and then running their own business, is the CEO hat. And this is because you don't really know what your CEO, if you work in a big company, you don't really know what your CEO does. You've probably seen them, got a newsletter from them. It's not really them, and other things, but you don't really know what the CEO does. And so breaking out time in your schedule to be CEO hat is really nebulous. And so some of the things that you should be thinking about when you're wearing your CEO hat is budgets and cash flow and partnerships and how you are going to grow the business and what you can do to grow the business that might not only have you, the technician person, maybe you, the technician person, and somebody else. But the CEO hat is the hardest hat to remember because there are decisions that you might make as a CEO that you would not make as a technician or a manager. And you have to separate those things in your head. You almost have to have three, not different personalities almost, but definitely the CEO is the one with the vision. The CEO knows what they want the overall brand to be. They know what the company is going to do. They know the type of communication they want to go out. They have this vision. And normally as an entrepreneur, you're so stuck being the technician that you kind of forget all of those other things and you get in the weeds. And so making sure that you sort out time every week where you wear the CEO hat, the manager hat, and the technician hat. It's separate times and separate places, and also for different types of meetings. There are certain meetings where it's really good for you to go in as a technician, like I know what I'm doing and here's the stuff. And there's other times when it's really good for you to go into a meeting with the CEO hat on. And as an entrepreneur, you kind of forget that. So when you're thinking about a meeting or making a decision, think to yourself, am I making this decision as a CEO, a manager, or a technician? Because that might change the type of decisions that you make and how you make them. So those are three really important, distinct hats. Yes, you've got the sales hat and all the rest of it, but those are the three main distinct hats that you need to think about when you are moving from being an employee to running your own business and being an entrepreneur. Thank you for listening. This is Janice at thecareerintrovert.com, helping you and introverts build your brand and get hired. Thank you for listening and have a great rest of your week.